Hey everyone, welcome back to Pokemon Rejuvenation. So on the last bit, we dealt with Golden Leaf Town and along with their leader Narcissa and the gym leader, we ended the treachery of these people living here. Kind of. And so now we should be off to meet Narcissa and... Ooh, what would this be? Ugh. Been wandering here for hours. Hours! Absolutely nothing has changed. Like this place keeps looping or something. Ugh. Them and that Narcissa. Mosely too. Can't believe I let myself be defeated by those losers. Get them. One day they'll pay for everything they've done. I don't think that will help. Maybe we should try going backwards? What the? No way! Jenner and Zeta? What the? Ira, what are you doing here? I should say the same to you two. You two went MIA for a long time, you know. Not even Madam X was able to detect any of you. See, Jenner? Told you moving forward instead of waiting around for nothing was better. No one's coming to help us in here. That's just it. That's the case. And aren't we royally screwed? There's nothing in here that will help us get out. Trust me, I've been wandering around with no results. What do we do then? This is an entirely different dimension. It's not like they just have a door to our world. Practically locked up with no escape. Well, I'm sorry. I don't want to stay here with you two forever. I mean, no offense. There's just no way. Untaken. Feeling is mutual. I am not going to sit here until something happens. And these gourmet treats are great. I sell them to Pokemon. I can eat them all myself. Hello. So that was interesting. But we still have to go talk to Narcissa. So let's go see what she wants. Alright, so Route 4 is what you need. You see the inscription here. Giratina, protector of the Golden Leaf region. The R in region is actually slightly pushed outwards. Push it back and... as simple as that. Oh, totally cool. Well, as I appreciate both of you, this is where we're going to part ways. As I said before, change isn't instant. It takes time for it to happen. I have to stay here and supervise things. Okay, thanks again. We shall meet again. Oh, one last thing, you two. Thank you. We got a little distracted, but this turned out for the better, right? It's good if we help the world a little as we go, right? Maybe. So anyways, Narcissa said that change isn't instant, but if you look around Golden Leaf Town, you'll start to notice that maybe it is a little bit instant. There are a few things that have changed immediately after we defeated Narcissa in battle. So like the sponge that we are, we're going to make our way over to this house, I believe. And each person you talk to inside this house will apologize. Sorry about what we've done to you all. I know this isn't much, but please take this as our apology. We'll grab a super potion from that person. So sorry about everything. Please take this as my apology. We'll heal from this person, and I didn't mean what I said beforehand. Maybe I did. I'm going to become a better person, so please take this. And to revive that person. If we enter this house over here, we can actually talk to the Snubble. Hey, are you interested in taking that Snubble? Can't really take care of it anymore. So, sure. We will take the Snubble and send it to our PC, where it won't need any taking care of. Also, if you talk to this person over here, they're still very, very grumpy with you. They clearly haven't gotten the memo. Should be one last house where we can sponge things off people, which is right here. If we talk to the granny over here, I apologize for my behavior earlier. I hope you can forgive me. Please take these as an apology. And she will give us some dust balls. So that's pretty nice, right? So far so good. But we're not quite done. If we cut this tree over here, we can enter a secret area next to the gym. You could have come here earlier, however, there wasn't anything you could do. But now that we have 4 badges, badges have been detected. Opening door momentarily. And all the way back here, we can open this chest. Fallen and deserted. To relay the messages of our suffering to you. What is important to you? What was important to us? To Griselda. Griselda, it was the royal family. Her family. Born first of 3 children, the queen and king of the East Kingdom. Her younger sister became queen of the kingdom, Time. Youngest sister became queen of the kingdom of space. Together, they governed the universe and kept it in place. All was well between them, and life was in total order. Things weren't always perfect, though. Please take one of Griselda's most cherished items as thanks. And we'll get a big nugget for our troubles. So that's actually pretty nice. You can also encounter certain Pokemon in there. I believe one of them is a Lowland Graveler. I'm not sure. I don't have a good memory of that spot. Anyways, our next spot is over here, and we're going to have to change the time to night. And after changing the time to night, we can go over here and collect a Misdreavus, assuming we have a gourmet treat. So it'll battle you, and you have to catch it like usual. So I will get back to you as soon as I take care of that. With the Misdreavus caught, we can go ahead and finally move on into the Giratina statue. Of course, we'll see Rin. Can't believe they did it. What am I supposed to do now? Everything I worked for was just shattered into a million pieces. This feels so lost. Anger is motivation. This again. Crescent. Your anger is precious. Stop mocking me. Regardless, how about you and I talk, chat? Only thing I want from you is answers. And you will get them. Come. And so we will begin Chapter 5 at long last. It kind of feels like it's flying by. Anyways, you'll notice the Shuppet over there. Or rather, Bayonet. For some reason I just had to forget that Bayonet was the evolved form. But you'll notice that things are a bit odd as we move on through here. Moving on from here, we could take a right, or keep going this way. However, unfortunately, we don't have 5 badges to open this door. So you might want to keep this place in mind for later. Instead, we'll just have to keep going forward. And unfortunately, a couple of Shuppet will drop us down here. It's on my way to Akua Town. I was ambushed by ghost Pokemon. They threw me down here and now I'm stuck down here. That's kinda sad. Kinda scary. But we're just gonna move past it. So down here is a enormous maze. So we're gonna ignore that Shuppet for now, because if we move on up here, we'll actually find a Phantump. You might want to save right here before you actually encounter the Phantump. You want to make sure that it's female. That'll be really helpful for later. After catching the Phantump, we're free to move upward along this path, and we'll find another door like the one we saw earlier. 2 badges have been detected. Opening door momentarily. And inside of here, we can open the chest. Fallen and deserted, I relay the messages of our suffering to you. What is peace to the common mind? What is your peace? Our peace was love and tranquility with each other. Be kind to others and to ourselves. This is what we lived by. A sacred tradition that was broken by ourselves. On the brink of desperation, one's mind changes. It molds, it warps. Such a distorted figure represented the sins of our entire people. Please take one of Griselda's most cherished items as thanks. And this time we'll find a Dawnstone. So that's pretty neat. Also, if we move out here, we'll notice that there is another Phantump roaming. So that's pretty cool. If we move down here, we'll notice that there's a Shuppet wandering around, and this time it's definitely a Shuppet. So we want to lure this Shuppet into a corner, or back it into a corner. So if I'm correct, we want to move like this. And yeah, I'll spray some repel. And we'll grab the max repel that's right there. And the Shuppet will just kind of giggle at us and move on. That's pretty neat. Also, there's another Phantump down here, and for the most part, there is nothing else down here. If we make our way over here, we'll find the other Shuppet. So it'll move like that. We don't really have a choice, do we? So this one is a bit more tricky here. But if we eventually move like this, we should get it there. That one is a bit weird. For some reason, it won't move down here if you move over here, and it's... I have no words for it. It's just kind of how it's scripted, I assume. And we just kind of have to deal with it, being however it is, pretty much. So at this point, we just want to kind of head on over here, and we'll make our way over towards this area over here. It's really difficult to describe. It's funny, Golden Leaf Town has so much to do with Giratina, and this place really isn't too different. Aside from the fact that this music is more playful and trickster-like, this kind of does give you sort of a distortion world feel. So anyways, I don't think this is actually where I want to be, but this will work out. So the next Shuppet is over here, and we actually want to chase it like this over here, through this big loop from the left. As you'll notice, it will actually be on this upper portion, and we will corner it in the middle, and it'll fly off. If you chased it from the right like this, it would end up down here along this line, and you wouldn't be able to corner it. There's also a cleanse tag up here. And there should be finally one last Shuppet up here. So this one is also a little bit tricky. We want to move down here and chase it upwards, up through here. And then up over here. Give it a little space and then chase it downwards where it will corner itself. And it'll be on its way. We also forgot an item down here, I believe. Get to it. And there's a calcium all the way over here. So if we move all the way up over here, the Shuppet will unlock the gate for us and allow us to continue through. So it looks like we found the ladder and we should get out of here. But there's also one last thing we can do. One badge has been detected. Opening door momentarily. So there's one more badge door that we can open. Another chest. Fallen and deserted, to relay the messages of our suffering to you. What is a queen to her subjects? King to his soldiers. Griselda, our queen, we mint the universe. During times of hardships and war, she fought for our safety above all else. In sight of betrayal, that notion was short-lived. All began with war, and as such, ended the same way. Griselda, oh beloved Griselda, what would we do? What will we do without you? What will we have to do without you? Please take one of Griselda's most cherished items as thanks. And we'll get a dust stone right then and there. So far, so good. We'll exit out there, and we'll immediately find a Zygarde cell right over here. You also might want to take this chance to go heal. Something I didn't mention was that there was 2 trainers down there that I took care of, but unlike in Reborn, I find that the trainers in Rejuvenation tend to be a little bit more difficult. You do have to actually pay attention to them. Whereas Reborn didn't really do that until like sort of the end game. But Rejuvenation tends to do that to you from the very beginning. So there's another trainer here that I'll just have to deal with. So I just took care of that hiker. There's also a trainer over here. She'll battle you if you talk to her. And again, most of these trainers are already at the max level that you could be before beating Narcissa. So like level 35. Which is a lot. So right around this spot, you definitely want to save right here. And you want to have your party healed up and just kind of reorder it however you would like. Zubat wouldn't really be that good in this fight, so I recommend something like a normal type, maybe Stoutland actually. Stoutland would be pretty good. So I'll just save like this, and if we move forward here... Aw, you're leaving? Why not stay here and play with us? Forever, ever, ever. Ever. And so we'll enter a battle with the PokeGang here. And they're actually pretty easy to deal with. They are pretty high level, but for the most part, you can easily deal with the ghosts just how you dealt with them in Narcissus Gym. And you can deal with the rest of them, such as the Scraggy with fighting type moves and your other coverage moves. Leave. Leave and never return. Do so anyway. We don't care. And so that's that. You could go back and heal up if you would really like to, or you could just continue to press forward. I would kinda recommend going back and healing up right now. And with a fully healed party, let's make our way to Route 4. You take a look at this route. It's definitely something special, isn't it? I read in a book once that a woman named Flora from Grand Dream City created them for tourists. I think it was to make the place look more aesthetically pleasing or something. Apparently the lines got so long that they were all the way out here. But never mind that, we're almost... gotten a little chilly, hasn't it? I suppose that's what happens when you travel north. Come on. Do you know what kind of situation something is without me? An impossible situation. Let's skip out on Akua Town, okay? Play with me instead. Let's go. So, unfortunately, Nim has reappeared, and we're going to have to deal with her. Unfortunately. So somehow, Nim has cloned herself, and she is all over the place. You know what I'd like more than the bay? Bay leaf. I need more cinnamon. And of course, she's off. Should also be an item all the way over here. Of course, it's just a Pokeball. Another Nim clone over here. 1, 2, cross impact. Really like our vibe. Of course, of course. So there are a ton of them wandering around, and there should also be a trainer right here, so I'm going to take care of him really, really quickly. Alright, so with that trainer and every single other trainer in this area defeated, we can run around and collect some items like that mystery bowl right there. There's a lot of Nim clones, like this one. We tech those. Punishment. That like to basically wander a little bit. But they don't wander much. You ever dip french fries into ice cream? The experts say she'll absolutely shock you. Don't do it, Mr. Computer, you're my only friend. And the things they say are absolutely wacky. There's also a Lombre over here. And if you have a gourmet treat, you should be able to battle this. Unless you're alive, that's all that matters. Lombre turns to your bag and notices a gourmet treat sticking out. Lombre sticks out its hand as if it's asking your permission to eat that. Lombre thanks you for giving it something to eat. Seems like it wants to play with you. So yeah, if you play with it, you can battle it and catch it, which we're going to go ahead and just get this over with. After that, we'll just shove Lombre back into the PC. If you want to use it, and you still have a Leaf Stone from earlier, then you could pretty much evolve it instantly, and you'd be good to go. There's a reverse candy right there, that's kind of hidden. And there should be an item up here. My memory of this place is a little bit rusty. This is still kind of early game, so I haven't been here in a long time. So we're just going to run around grabbing all the items. There's also a Nim clone up here going absolutely crazy. Too slow! Don't mean Sonic. And there's some other trainers up here as well. But we're going to ignore them because we still have more Nim clones to find, unfortunately. Like the one up here. Light a man of fire. Warm for a day. Light a man on fire. Warm for the 30 seconds he has left. It's just too wacky. And it doesn't help that every time you talk to them, you get the epic music playing. So anyways. Why did the farmer say moo? I don't know, I was asking you. Yeah. Again, they're just absolutely wacky and wild. We'll also find the TM for a track down there. Which is another reason why I was completely okay with teaching Zubat Flash over Attract, because I can always teach it back. Although I prefer not to use it as much, since it's a little bit gimmicky. And I believe there isn't really anything up here, so it's time to go ahead and you can heal up right here. And move on up over here. There should also be a brass key right here. That's actually a really important item for a certain side quest that we'll be taking care of later. So don't forget it. So the last Nim is right over here. What am I doing here? Waiting for my husband to come back home. Back from war. War is so devastating. If he were to not return. Oh, silly Nim. say such things. He shall return. Wait. I don't have a husband. Get everything I said. And of course, we have that music coming back. So that was the last Nim, and if you approach her at this point, you're gonna end up battling her. So you might want to make sure that you go heal up. Or you might want to make sure that you take care of other things, like coming over this way and talking to Mosely. Oh, hey. What am I doing here? That's a good question. Not like I'm locked out or something. Alright, fine. I'm locked out, okay? I was playing with my keys by throwing them up in the air. That was until I accidentally threw them too hard and I lost sight of them. It must be somewhere in this part of Route 4. If you had an item finder, you'd probably find it easily. So, you happen to find my keys? Could you help a girl out? And we did. We did. Hey, wait a minute. That's my key! Where'd you find it? Whatever. Julio. This way, my friend. And this way indeed. This way, don't take too long. Mosely, is that you? What's with all this screaming? Oh, you brought a guest. Sure did. Not just any kind of guest. You're a good friend of mine. They helped me, I helped them. Chill friendship stuff. Oh, I see. I appreciate your help. My name is Maman, the owner of this grotto. Well, you must wonder what this place is. Let me ask you a question first. Have you ever felt abandoned by your loved ones? Felt that your living environment was unhealthy? Perhaps in an angry fit, guardians kicked you out. This is a reality that many children have to live with. Those children wander around the world aimlessly. They're lost. And this is why I call this place the Lost Camp. Yep. But I'd like you to know that I am the official first member of this group. Bow down. Mostly, mind your manners. I know. Sorry, I was just having a little fun. That being said, you are welcome here anytime. Well, I must ask you a favor. If you were to find any lost children without a home, I'd like you to bring them here. Simply telling them the location of the area will suffice. Yeah, it's gonna be great. We're going to have one big happy family. Yes we are. Oh, Mosely, been gone quite a while. There are chores that still need to be done. Clock's ticking, young lady. I don't wanna. I'll do it for you, Maman. So that's not the only thing we can do. If we move over here, we can talk to her. Oh, hello. You want to have a word with me? I see you're not much words yourself. I'll just start then. Yeah, it's just that silent protagonist life. Must be wondering what a lady such as myself could possibly be doing all the way back here. But certainly wasn't to run a pseudo-orphanage. That's for certain. I don't want to get into it right now. I would like to ask another favor of you. As you can see, this is a very small area. You can only handle so many guests until this place starts to overcrowd. I fear that the overcrowdedness of the area will scare away potential guests. This is something I want to avoid the most. I could potentially expand the land with money, but that there is the issue. If you ever happen to have any spare change, mind donating. It'll be for a good cause, I promise. Well, like I said, Not much for words yourself. I'll just let you take that as you will. So after that, we can start donating. And I believe the first set of upgrades cost about 2,500. So, oh, it seems as though we have enough money to complete a slight expansion. This is great news. I can't wait. Thank you for all your help. So we want to make sure that we take care of that, and we can go ahead out here, and we'll be kicked out for quite a while. I believe we have to go all the way back to like the Wispy ruins or something. I think that works. I'm not really sure. So I'm going to go ahead and go back in area and see if I can get this to set and let us back in. And would you look at that? They're all done. So we can come back into the Lost Camp and look around and check out the upgrades. So we can't really upgrade this further, since I believe we need to find some more residents for this place. How do you like the expansions? They're not very large, but I managed to build another house. Hopefully this means my own house won't be as crowded anymore. Thankfully, it'll give the kids some space to run around and just be kids. That's all I want to see. Hey, you have a moment. Your childhood life. Isn't that a question everyone assumes to have a happy answer? But it's a life of the carefree, where no one worries about anything. About this sometimes, I say to myself, a blatant lie. Such a cover-up. They're susceptible. Ours too. Guess what I'm trying to say is, trying to create a future for these kids where they have a happy response when asked, how was your childhood? That's my mission. Enough of my ramblings. I appreciate your donations a ton. It seems this expansion might only help for so long. If you would like to donate $500 again, I'll be eternally grateful. Actually, maybe we should hold off on expansions until we have at least 4 children. No use in expanding if there's no one to appreciate the expansions. So like I said earlier, we need to go off and find 4 children, and we could do that right now, but I would kind of like to deal with Nim at the moment. So yeah, let's go deal with Nim. So over here we will find the Apprentice Nim, talk to her. Well, seriously, what town sounds like such a bad idea right now? Let's just play for a little while longer, okay? Okay, fine. Yay! We'll have fun, I assure you. So she does give you a chance to back out, and I recommend you take that chance and use it to save right here and now. Order your party how you want. I think this is pretty good, actually. I'm okay with this. And after that, we can talk to her again. And this time, no, please move. Sure are stubborn, aren't you? Fine, if you want to pass, then you'll just have to show me how strong you are. Maybe I'll feel better if you're stronger than me. Promises, though. So you remember the deal with this, right? I shouldn't have to explain anything to you. Bring everything hot. And we will. Definitely will. So she starts off with the Meowstic and the Lunatone. The Meowstic's holding the Twisted Spoon, Psychic, Thunderbolt, Reflect, and Light Screen. Lunatone is holding a Sitrus Berry, has Rock Slide, Ancient Power, Cosmic Power, and Psychic. So Psychic Terrain is definitely a real thing, but it has a lot more effects in these games than it does in the original games. So you might want to bust out your field effect manual and check it out. I'm going to be abusing Calm Mind on this field, since it's boosted on this field, so I get +3 special attack and +3 special defense instead of just the regular +2. My Swoobat has simple, so it doubles it already as is. And with my Stoutland, I'm going to be supporting my Meowstic with its Intimidate and its Baby Doll Eyes on the Lunatone, since the Lunatone has Rock Slide and it's a physical attack, and I really want to keep my Swoobat alive. So Lunatone is now at -2 attack, just in case it wants to try anything. My Swoobat is absolutely going to tank that Thunderbolt, and it's going to be amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and set up another Calm Mind, and then my Stoutland right here is going to hit the Lunatone with a Baby Doll Eyes. So Lunatone will not be doing anything to my Swoobat. Meowstic is going to knock out my Stoutland, and Swoobat is going to tank that Psychic like it's nothing. So from here, I want to go ahead and send in my Pyroar. And I'm going to go ahead and start off by Air Slashing that Meowstic. And with my Pyroar, it doesn't really matter what it does. Double Roar is actually pretty nice, so I'll go ahead and use that, just in case it decides to swap out. But at +6 special attack, it's a one-shot. So that Lunatone's not going to be doing much. So next up, she sends out the Solrock. Solrock is holding a Sitrus Berry like the Lunatone as Rock Slide, Flamethrower, Zen Headbutt, and Stone Edge. And this is why I wanted to have my Pyroar out next. So I'm going to Air Slash the Solrock and hope for a flinch. But I'm also going to go ahead and hit it with a Double Roar just to reduce its attack a little bit more. So the Lunatone is at -4 attack, so it should not be using Rock Slide at all, thankfully, and it doesn't. The Solrock flinched, so far it's looking pretty good for us. I'm going to send in Blaziken right here, so hopefully the AI will mainly focus on Blaziken and I can just focus the Solrock down, since the Solrock is the biggest threat right now. And a little bit of damage from Blaziken wouldn't help, or wouldn't go amiss either. So that is the Solrock down. There's really no more threats to my team at this point. Or my Swoobat, rather, I should say. I'll send in my Sturdy Please, because hopefully with a Graveler that would resist the Rock Slide again, she won't use it. This is her Malamar. It's holding a White Herb. It has Psycho Cut, Night Slash, Superpower, and Swagger. If this Malamar gets going, it can be a lot of trouble. So I'm just going to do whatever with my Graveler here. It doesn't really matter. I'm just going to Air Slash that Malamar and get it out of here. And finally, this is her last Pokemon. This is her Duosion. It's holding a Tanga Berry, which reduces the damage from a super effective Bug-type attack, as Psyshock, Toxic, Rest, and Energy Ball. I should be able to one-shot this as well, and I can just keep Sturdy Please to take another hit. So, here goes the Duosion. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to take a Rock Slide right there, but the Lunatone's attack is just dumpstered so badly that it cannot do anything to me. So from here, I basically just get to double team the Duosion freely. I think its Sitrus Berry is going to take effect before my Muck attacks it, so I'll use Crunch. So yeah, it pops the Sitrus Berry right there. It flinches, and then my Muck gets to hit it with a Crunch. And then I get to hit it with another Air Slash, and it'll be done. power always seems to inspire me. Huh. I didn't expect to lose that. Ugh, so sure that I'd be more than capable enough to defeat you. Anyway, I wanted to go to Akua Town, right? Well, whatever it is, I want there. Just say you won't find it. In fact, I don't think you'll find anything there. I checked there myself, but I couldn't find anyone or anything. That's not exactly what I'm about, though. I feel something. Something very bad. I don't know what it is exactly. There's something going on with that town. I feel safer if you can go. I'm not your boss or anything. I can't force you. I will try to persuade you any way I can. Consider this. This is a bike voucher you can use in Giron City for a free bike. You can go there right now and get any bike of your choosing. Doesn't that sound way better for a washed up old town? I'm fine. Just ignore me. Let you go now. Consider what I said. Goodbye. And so, there goes Nim, and we are free to go ahead and make our way into Akua Town, finally, at last. However, before we enter Akua Town and get ourselves lost in it, I want to go ahead and complete some side quests, so we're going to go ahead and mess around a little bit. Also, there's something I forgot to show off here in this area, so I'm going to go ahead and change time just to make sure that I show it. And now that I've adjusted my time so that it's morning, we can run around and you'll see Emolga flying around and you can battle them and catch them. All this is actually pretty good. People underestimate it a lot. But with that said, it's time to actually move on to the side quest. So for the most part, we are going to be backtracking a lot. The first thing we want to do is backtrack all the way to Sheerden Village. There is something that we've been able to take care of for quite a while now, and well, we can finally take care of it now. So here in Sheerden Village, we're going to be taking a little bit of a visit to the daycare. So if you remember earlier, there was someone who wanted a Phantump Egg. So I already went ahead and I created the egg. This was why it was so important that you get a female Phantump. The reason being is that I believe all the Phantump that you find in the area of that path are all going to be the same gender. So if you find a female, then you find all females usually, and if you find a male, you find all males usually. At least that is how it tends to work in my experience. And you want a female because you can breed that female with different Pokemon that are in the same egg group, and the Pokemon that you breed them with is going to be the same as the female. So I bred this with my Lombre. You have plenty of options though. A popular option I would imagine, which didn't work out for me, would be the Cacnea, the purified Shadow Cacnea, which I can purify it. I can purify most of these, I just haven't done so. I just keep forgetting. But you could breed it with the purified Shadow Cacnea, assuming it's male, or anything else. I think the easiest option would be, if you have absolutely nothing that's male, would be to make your way to the Shrine of Purification, which is down over here. And in the grass over here at the Shrine of Purification, you have about a 46% chance of finding Bellsprout. And you can find a male Bellsprout and use that, I believe. But anyways, I got the egg, and we're going to take a bit of a detour as well, because this would actually be something to do if you can before grinding out that egg. So assuming you've defeated Nim, we can head here to Giron City and to the Giron Bikes shop. And here inside the Giron Bike shop, welcome to Louie's Bike Shop. You'd like to buy a bike for $9,999,999. Oh wait, it's a bike voucher. I'll just take that and have a good day. Yeah, I don't think he was too happy about that. But having the bike will really speed up the breeding process. And with that, we can go ahead and head back to Sheerden Village, and if we want, we can go ahead and go back to Route 3 and take care of that Phantump Egg. However, there's something else I want to mention here because I forgot to mention earlier. And that is the lady who received the sock from the Sock and Thorgo event is right here. Hey, you're that trainer that caught Thorgo, right? That's the thing. I want to own both Sock and Thor together. So how about you trade me that Thor you got from that agent? I'll give you a Sock I bred in return. You should do the same with that Thor. Because once you hand it over, I'm not going to give it back. So that is something you can do. Again, it's not too difficult, but it may take a while. Especially depending on your Thor's gender, because if your Thor, which I'm going to check mine just to make sure. See, mine is a male, so unfortunately the only thing I could breed this with to get a Thor egg would be another Thor. Or a Ditto. But if you have a female, somehow, which I don't think you could, but maybe it's possible, you could potentially find something else that's in the same egg group and it for that extra Thor egg and trade it over to her. So anyways, with that, we're going to make our way to Route 3 and get rid of that Phantump Egg. Sure, you remember this little section where they were selling all sorts of things here on Route 3. And if we talk to this kid right here, I really wanted a egg. I don't want this egg. Hey, no. Get me a Phantump Egg, I'll get this egg. And of course we will. Oh man, thanks. Here, you can have this. Thanks so much. Hopefully you'll like what's inside the egg. Hopefully we will. So this egg could be so many different things right now. The egg I received here was a Jiltic egg. However, there are a lot of different eggs you can get. I believe currently you could get a Azumarill, Aron, Absol, Togepi, Sneasel, Delmise, Jiltic, Axew, Mienfoo, Ponard, Trapinch, Drillbur, Cottonee, Darumaka, Solissus, Starly, Larvitar, Larvesta, Marini, Stuffle, and Wishy-Washy. And I'll try to have a key for each of those eggs in the description below. And hopefully I get them right. Most of these are available later, so you don't really have to worry about that. Also, if you get Axew, you could bring it to the Wispy path and to the girl near the Esper event and show it to her, and she'll toss you a dragon scale for your troubles. Unfortunately, we didn't get that, so we can't do that. It doesn't really matter. So that's a thing. There's one last thing I want to do before we go ahead and move on, and that is add to Lost Camp just a little bit more. So we're going to go ahead and find all those missing kids. Anyways, we're going to start by hunting for the first missing kid over here. I'm sure people actually noticed him. He's literally right over here. Why is it peaceful down here? Let's send him to the Lost Camp anyway. Think. Bye, trainer. I'm sure people noticed him earlier and you may have been screaming at your screen, but I like to do things all at once in some sort of organized manner. So anyways, next up we're going to go ahead and head off to Giran City. It's the sewers. So we're going to go ahead and make our way down into the sewers here. And the next kid should be pretty easy to find as well. All the way down here. It smells. Get out of here. Thanks for saving me. Bye, trainer. So that's the next kid, and for the next one, we're going to go ahead and have to head back to Golden Leaf Town. And here at Golden Leaf Town, we want to go ahead and head off to the Wispy Path. And over here, close by, near the Esper that I've still left here abandoned, find Marissa. So sad and lost. Want to take care of me. Go on. Be safe here? Okay, I'm going. Bye, trainer. It feels kind of weird that we just send them off on their... it is what it is. The last child is actually pretty close to the lost camp, so we're going to go ahead and pick them up on our way back to the camp itself. So back here on Route 4, all the way over here, you can see this little kid. There was a place around here. Can't find it. Oh, it's that way. Hi, trainer. So now that we have all of them over there at the lost camp, we can go back there ourselves. We can upgrade it again by talking to Mom. Enough of my ramblings. I appreciate your donations a ton. It seems this expansion might only help for so long. If you would like to donate $500 again, I'd be eternally grateful. So again, we'll have another set of $2,500 donations, which is donating to her 5 times again. Oh, it seems as though we have enough money to complete a slight expansion. This is great news. I can't wait. Thank you for all your help. So again, we want to go ahead and leave this area. You'll see the construction workers. We have to go back another area and then come back here and they'll be gone. So after going back and entering the Wispy ruins, we can enter the lost camp again. And you'll see that it's been upgraded even further. It's pretty nice. Looks pretty nice. So what are the benefits of doing this? Well, if I can find him. I haven't done this in quite a while. This should be... Yeah, this is him. So with one upgrade, this child over here will sell you the Palm Egg Berry, the Kelpsup Berry, the Qualot Berry, Hondu Berry, and the Greppa Berry. And with an extra upgrade, he will start to sell the Tomato Berry as well. And that's pretty much all there is here. These berries are basically the EV producing berries, and they're pretty good. If you didn't EV train your Pokemon earlier and they have a bunch of messed up EVs and suddenly decide that you want to properly EV train them, then they'll be of a lot of help. But for the most part, that's all we're going to do for now. So thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. I hope it helped. Hope it was enjoyable. And I will catch you all on the next one. Peace.